Hello everyone, Tech here, back at it again with another discussion video. I decided to drop my Errata Discussion segment talking about the good and bad of all the Errata cards because it wasn't getting enough views, likes, or just attention at all. So I ended up dropping it. It just really wasn't doing all that well. So I figured I'd do one huge video. It'll probably be 20-30 minutes long. Fucking tired. But anyways, I'm probably be doing the video. It's gonna be 20-30 minutes long overall. Basically a huge rant on all the errata cards, which ones shouldn't have never gotten errated, and which cards I believe are gonna get errated in the future. The first card I have here is D-Mock. Why did this thing get errated? Here's my thing with D-Mock, and there's a reason why I have Thousand Eyes Restrict here. He came back unerrated. He came back to 1 first over here unerrated. It did nothing. Then it just went back to 3. Why is it that Konami errated a card like D-Mock? A card that anybody with common sense would know has no competitive sense in the game. Like, even if he would have never seen a text change, it was just an old obsolete card. If he would have never seen text change, he probably still would have never saw competitive play. The next card, and I'm gonna go back to Thousand Eyes Restrict right now because I believe that D-Mock and Thousand Eyes had the same impact around their time period. Maybe not in the same format, but in their time period, yes, these were both high-tier power cards that you ran in your decks. If you wanted to be a competitive Yu-Gi-Oh player, that will top the majority of his locals or regionals, depending on what you attended at the time. But Thousand Eyes Restrict came back, and Konami knew, or should I say Konami knew, that this card would not make any impact on the game whatsoever. I meant. I can't use proper English today. My apologies. But why would you errata D-Mock then? And I'm going to be using this argument for the majority of the errata cards because they brought Thousand Eyes Restrict without an errata. That's not fair. He should get an errata too. If they're going to bring all these back. Although I still think that it would be stupid to errata these old-fashioned, fuddy-duddy, obsolete cards that have no place in the game today. Like, some of these cards, the majority of these cards could have came back to 3 unerrated. And it wouldn't have made a difference. And now I'm going to be choosing the next card completely random to talk about. Alright. We got Rescue Cat here. Rescue Cat. I can kind of understand this one because this card already has some degenerate FTKs with X-Sabers and was proven to be degenerate with its original text in link format. So I kind of understand this one, and this card actually still is pretty good. It doesn't really feel the errata change too bad because, Rescue Cat is just one of those cards that it's a free 1 card exceeds or a 1 card link summon. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's say that they make a beast monster that gets its effect when he touches the Greer under any conditions. You bring on 2 of those, you link summon for Proxy Dragon, right? You get both of their effects and you get the plus. So you got a free Proxy Dragon and 2 free float effects at the same time out of this. And I find that just to be really good. It's not as good as Rescue Rabbit. I'm not gonna lie, it's not as good as Rescue Rabbit anymore, or better than Rescue Rabbit anymore, but it's still a pretty good card on its own. It's not anything too relevant, but it'll work. Now I'm going to be choosing the next card randomly. This is how I like to do things, so I can just spice it up a little bit. Alright. We got Sinister Serpent. How ironic that he's 2 away. The last time I rolled a 4, this time I rolled a 6. Could this be 666 Illuminati confirmed? No. No, it's not. But anyways, let's get on to the Sinister Serpent, shall we? Sinister Serpent's text states, during your standby phase, if this card is in your graveyard, you can add to your hand and banish 1 Sinister Serpent from your graveyard during your opponent's next end phase. You can only use this effect of Sinister Serpent once per turn. When I read this part of the effect, I was done. Like, you would errata a card like Sinister Serpent, who had no place in our metagame today? Like, why would you errata that? Like, it makes no sense to errata a card like this. It didn't even have any place in a lot of the meta decks today. I know back then the combo was to just keep putting this shit back into your hand so you could keep using it with Metamorphosis to summon more Thousand Eyes Restricts. Like, god damn, yo. Why like this? Why like this, yo? Jeez. This card wasn't even all that. I think that I have the secret rare or version of this thing somewhere in my collection, and I might as well just burn it now. Like, it's so worthless to hold on to. Like, this guy just became so shitty. He's without a doubt one of the worst errata. Actually, no, the worst errata card to ever be errata. Like, I can't think of another card. Like, this is the only guy that I can think of, aside from one other here, that has absolutely no playability at all. At all. You cannot play him competitively at all. No matter what. He's done. He's a shitty card now for the rest of the time in Yu-Gi-Oh! History. How does that make you feel, nostalgic players that like to play these old school fuddy-duddy decks? Alright, now we're going to be rolling the next number. Alright, hold on. Alright, so we got Necro Valley. Wow. How we jumped from the worst eroded card to the best. Necro Valley, oh my god, what were they thinking? This card just burns graveyard reliant decks now. It doesn't even beat them, it slaughters them. It puts burn decks in the slaughterhouse. Literally. You might as well just take your graveyard and burn it when going against Necro Valley. Don't try it, don't think about it. No tricks, no nothing. You can't use it. Flat out. You can't have any graveyard interaction. You can only activate monster effects in the graveyard, card effects in the graveyard that don't interact with the graveyard. That's it. This is the most broken errata card in all of Yu-Gi-Oh! History. Why did they do it like this? And I figured, since we got Necro Valley, I might as well jump to the next broken errata card. Being Imperial Order, this thing flat out was not hit enough. This card is still seeing too much competitive play to date. The only thing that they really put on this is the fact that you have to pay the 700 every standby phase. And that would be like, during your standby phase, 700. Your opposed standby phase, 700. And you have to pay it until you can't pay it no more. Most of the decks that are not affected by this already OTK before this thing would even kill them. Like, Anti-Spell just says you can't use them for one turn, and you can't use Pendulum Schemes. This card flat out says you can't use spells, which is because it'll negate all of them. Flat out, man. This card is just broken. Such a great card. True Draco could run it as well. True King Dinos can run it. True King Yang Zings can run it. Zodiacs can run it. Blech, I hate Zoo. But they could indeed run this card since they could pop it with Dryden when they're finally ready to just start spell whamming the hell out of you. And this is probably going to be a 2-part video because I'm still not even done. Can you believe that? I'm still not even done. We only got through 4 cards, I think. Yeah. This card didn't even get that hit that hard on the errata list. The errata didn't do anything to this card. It just made it a little weaker. A little. And that's being generous to those that think that this card got hit hard. If at all this card really took any major L's. Now, the next card we're going to go to, might as well, is Brain Control. Oh man, Brain Control. Oh, this card has taken a really huge L. Well, is this thing limited over here? I think it is. Hold on. Let me go to this limited list. Yeah, this card's at 1. Where is its status in the OCG? Where is the status of this card in the OCG right now? It's unlimited in the OCG? Oh my god! Oh man, Brain Control, you're such garbage. It's limited over here and it's unlimited in the OCG. Allow me to read the errata text to you and allow me to explain to you why. Pay 800 life points to evade you. That, then target one face-up monster your opponent controls. When you're in a format of cards that cannot be targeted by shit, you'll understand why you can't use things that, or tech things that don't target. And then, the monster you have to target is a monster that can be noble summoned or set. Take control of that target until the end. Oh man, Brain Control, you've taken so many L's in this new text already. Oh man, you're not the L Lord though. We're gonna get to the L Lord in the second part of this video, but yeah. Brain Control, you're trash. Get out of my face, yo. Like, if you cannot use Brain Control on rituals, fusions, synchros, exceeds, link monsters, and any monster with any BLS like monster in the main deck. So that means you're restricted to vanilla monsters and monsters that don't have summoning conditions. Monsters like BLS can't even be taken control by Brain Control because you can't noble summon a BLS like that. No, he don't fly like that, man. But BLS can't be taken control by Brain Control. The same way that this guy over here. Yeah, the guy that's about to be around next in the TCG isn't affected by Brain Control. Brain Control, you are such garbage. The majority of what people are going to be playing, you don't even hit. And Masterpiece, the moment that they tribute a spell card, you're useless against him too. Yeah, you're garbage now. Get out of my face. Get this cancer out of my face. Alright, so we just went from one cancer to another. Temple of the Kings, this was actually one of my favorite banned cards back in the day. One of my favorites. My favorite being Emperor Dragon, of course. Temple of the King states you can activate one trap card the turn that it was set. You can set one mythical beast of circuit in your monster zone, and this card you control to the graveyard. Special summon one monster from your hand or deck. Or if you want future monster from your extra deck, you can only use its effective Temple of the King once per turn. Well, hey, at least if they did hit this guy, at least if they didn't decide to hit him and they decided to ban instant fusion, you won't be able to use it on the beat up north. Oh man, Temple's a cage. What happened to you, man? You're such garbage now. Oh man, I know I've been laughing the whole time, and it really isn't funny, but it's actually sad what has happened to some of these cards. Some of these cards are really nostalgic to us, and the fact that you can only activate one trap card to turn into a set. It's still open to some degenerate Infinity FTKs because the only thing they need to do is mill an Infinity Inferno, and they can fill up their graveyard mad easy. So it's still open to some possible FTKs depending on the deck with that. But as for the special summon from extra deck effect, yeah, that part of the effect is trash. I say that if I have to rate this card, I say 5 out of 10 at best. And that's only because it's still open to a few degenerate FTKs, not many. What card should I do next? Oh, I know. Speaking of FTKs, let's bounce straight to Exchange of the Spirit. This card in its prime was insane. I understand why this card got errata. I really do. This card was really insane once upon a time. And here's what the text says now. The new text states, if both players have 15 or more cards in their graveyards, pay 1,000 life points. Each player swap the cards in their graveyard with the cards in their deck. And then they shuffle the deck. You can only activate one Exchange of the Spirit per duel. Now, here's my thing with this. Normally, I would say the card is shitty. And if you would ask me, is Exchange of the Spirit good? Even with its new errata text, I would be like, oh, you can't do the generate FTKs with that anymore. But then I realized something. What if you were to tech this in to a mill deck? Like Burning Abyss, Phantom Knights, or Dark Worlds, or Light Sworns. Or some mill deck like that. What if you were to do that? I think that would be pretty insane. Well guys, this is part 1 to my video of ranting upon banned cards. I hope you guys enjoyed this spectacular treat. I'll be back with part 2 shortly. Team Wartech signing out. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe my videos. Peace out.